Okay, welcome back to the solo high round guide for Shangri-La, and we're moving into the start of round 9 here. Basically, I haven't really started any particular strategy as yet for the high rounds. I'm just basically roaming around the map, going crazy with the Bowie knife while I can. I've got another Shrieker Zombie here, so I'll whip out the old AK and plug him in the head. Dealt with, and basically come up here through the last of the tunnel to the bridge area. Now this bridge area, by the way, if you're playing in co-op, this is a great area up until about round 18, I want to say, to camp it out with one other player. As long as you've got decent weapons, you can hold that area pretty easily. But after that, you probably want to start a running around type of thing in co-op. I haven't actually tried camping there with 4 players, although that would probably be pretty good. Where I have camped with 4 players is at the top of the water slide, and that is actually pretty effective as well.
Yo, meatmouth, you suck.
Anyway, back to the solo strategy. I'll just get my last viable perk here, which is Speed Cola. Now, it's a bit of a toss-up for me, at least with the weapons that I'm using in this video, between Speed Cola and perhaps Stamina. But Speed Cola is a little bit better because if you get in a tricky situation, you don't want to be caught slowly reloading your weapons. You want to be able to reload extremely quickly. So, yeah, we'll buy it. Why not? And alright, so basically that looks like the end of round 9, and at this stage what I want to do is pack-a-punch my pistol. So what I'm going to do is find the pad that I need to pack-a-punch. Now, as you know, on this map, to pack-a-punch, what you need to do is stand on these pads near the little monkey idol, which spins around. Now, what that does is it adjusts for each player in the game. If it's solo, you'll see there's only one spinning area. We've locked that in. Kind of looks like the monkey's possessed with that spinning head. Once it's locked in, you just run back up to the spawn area and you can go up the stairs, which have unfolded for you. So basically, if you're in a 4-player game, everyone needs to stand on their pad, so you do need teamwork to pack-a-punch, and if you find someone without a mic who's not paying attention, it can be extremely frustrating. So we've got our Mustang and Sally, and basically we're at the top of the pack-a-punch area. Might as well start the round here. It's got a lovely view of the ruins here. Now this, according to the storyline of this map, basically is supposed to be the ancient ruins leading to the entrance of Agartha. Now Agartha apparently is a legendary city said to reside in the core of the earth. Which is quite interesting. And basically, if you've done the Easter egg in this map, the major Easter egg, of course, with the explorers or archaeologists or whatever they are that you free, what they're doing is trying to find the entrance to Agartha, and that's the little mini story for this zombies map. If you want to hear the whole storyline to that, there are radios found in the map. The first radio is found down near the MPL. After that, you need to do the Easter egg to find the rest of the radios. Now, one thing I'll explain about the monkeys changing the power-ups is that with a max ammo power-up, they will change that to the regular power-ups, but as well as that, they'll change it to a perk bottle power-up. So if you get that, you'll get a free perk in addition to the other perks that you've got. So in this case, we've got the max ammo. We don't crucially need ammo at this point in the game, so I'll leave that for the monkeys to take. Now, the easiest way to get the perk bottle drop off the monkeys is to remember the order that they flash in. So in this case, it goes max ammo, carpenter, perk bottle. As soon as you see the carpenter, in this case, I'll fire just after that ends, and I'll get the perk bottle straight away. So in this case, I get double tap as my free perk, which is pretty sweet, and is probably the next perk that I would have chosen anyway. By getting the perk bottle drop off the monkeys, you can get all 7 perks in Shangri-La without having to do the major Easter egg. The thing is that you do have to time it extremely well to get that perk bottle because it only flashes for a split second. But by following the monkeys back to the spawn while they're stealing the power up and watching the order as I showed you, that's probably the easiest way to get that perk bottle. Okay, now getting back to the gameplay here, we're at round 10, so unfortunately the bow knife is no longer a one-hit kill, but we had our fun with it while it lasted, and what I'll be doing now is basically showing you the main strategy that I use to get to the high rounds in Shangri-La. Now one thing I'll say about this strategy is it's not exactly a super fast way of getting through the rounds, the way that a small circling zombie train type of strategy would be, but it is much safer in my opinion and easier. You can attempt a kind of a small circle zombie train strategy in probably 3 areas of the map at least, around the spawn area, around the MPL area, and in the power room. And if I'm playing co-op, what I'll do is have the other players in the team probably circling in those areas, or a couple of them anyway. And you can run this route that I'm just letting the monkey take that. We'll change that into a carpenter. Try and buy some time while the zombies are breaking into the map to get to the water slide. Take care of the little monkey thief there. Now, as I was saying, you can run this this route that I follow with 2 players as well. Works quite well, so you're watching each other's back, but no more than that. So if you have 2 players running it, the other 2 need to be perhaps doing something like a circle strategy in the starting area. That's if you're with 4 players, or the power room. So the route that I run, as you can see, is basically starting at the top of the water slide. When I get overwhelmed there, I'll come straight down. Conveniently, the AK ammo is right there at the bottom of the water slide to buy off the wall if I need it. Then what I'll do is I'll run very quickly through the confined areas of the mine area, and always have your best weapon out ready to get you out of trouble if you do get stuck in one of these areas. But in the early rounds it's not too much of a problem. Later on the zombies will spawn in pretty quickly in front of you. So get through this area, and the one place where I do stop and shoot back at the zombies following is just here underneath the waterfall. Now you might think, oh, what about the zombies coming from the tunnel behind me? Well, basically there's not too much of a problem with that. Once you've got the zombies following you, you'll hopefully have most of them coming from behind. And while 1 or 2 will spawn into the map again, they'll usually be the ceiling hangers in the top of the tunnel area. And they'll take a while to, you know, dangle around, wave their arms, do that sort of thing that they do, until they drop down and they actually chase you. So that gives you a little bit of time. But obviously, as you get to the higher rounds, you want to spend a little less time in that waterfall area than in the earlier rounds, because obviously the zombies spawn in faster. So there we go, buy ammo off the wall. I never ever have to worry about ammo for the AK from this point forward, because I can simply buy it off the wall. But we get the nuke here, and if you do get a nuke, or you happen to get a napalm zombie clearing out a whole heap of zombies, what you want to do is try to get to an area of the map where you're not going to get trapped. So here I'm at the minecart area. It's the end of the round anyway, so it's not like they're going to be spawning in like crazy. And I'll just wait here now. The other thing with this route that I follow, you can mix it up a little bit. When you come down the water slide, you can also head to the minecart, and then take the minecart to the waterfall and go back around to the water slide. So wait here a little bit. I won't wait here too long though. Always go early rather than late, because that way you won't get trapped and slapped silly by the zombies. You have to face forward towards this gate. And it's all aboard S1ippery Jim zombie train here. You do get the zombies on the minecart with you, and they'll just stand there. They won't attack you, which is pretty good. So if you get to the end, they'll just basically get flung off and respawn somewhere else in the map. So those elements in the map, like the minecart and the water slide, are a really good touch by Treyarch. The other thing is, as I said before, in Ascension, basically it got to the point where it was just ridiculously easy. Once you start doing that mini circle strategy, like in the flopper area of Ascension, you can basically just run around in a circle. As you'll have seen from my strategy guide for that map, you can basically just run around in a little circle. I mean, it's a giant map, and basically the easiest way to get by is to run around in this tiny little circle in one little area of the map. You can get to, you know, any level you want, basically, by doing that. So, Tryout needed to introduce a factor that will stop people doing that sort of strategy, because, I mean, it's a valid strategy. It's not like you're doing a glitch or anything, but it's not really in the spirit of zombies, if you like. It's not even the funnest way to play the game, but if you wanted to get to high rounds, you kind of had to do that, almost. And get another napalm zombie there. So what they had to introduce was something to stop people being able to just stop in one area of the map the whole way through the game, and that's what they did in Call of the Dead with George Romero. It was impossible. Well, no, it wasn't impossible. To be honest with you, it just made it more difficult. You could still run a circle strategy in that map exactly the same way. It's just you had to miss George Romero. Otherwise it became an annoyance. So they did attempt to address that issue, if you like, in the gameplay or tactics that people were using. But it was just such an annoying factor in that game that it almost puts you off going back and playing Call of the Dead. And it's not quite that bad for me. I still enjoy Call of the Dead, but it was just that irritating, you know, that you don't really enjoy that part of the gameplay. You get a max ammo here, which is useful. One thing I'll do here, by the way, is place a claymore in front of the stairs to pack a punch, and the reason for that is basically if you don't get to the monkeys in time to get that power up, that will at least kill them in front of the stairs. Get another max ammo there. So what I'll try and do is try and get a perk bottle, but you'll notice there's only a couple of meters until they take it away up to the pack-a-punch area, so I really got very little chance of this happening, but I'll give it a go. Nope, only get the nuke out of it, but you know, I'll take it. As I was saying, basically if you put a spike ball in front of the pack-a-punch stairs and you're just running behind the monkeys, you don't quite get to them, that means that at least you'll kill them and they'll leave the perk there for you to collect if you're not too far away. Now, what I was saying is, getting back to this map, basically they did introduce the Napalm Zombies and the Shrieker Zombies, which do make it a little bit harder to do a mini-circle strategy, although not impossible. And I think that's a good idea as far as the gameplay goes.